Hi, everybody. Hello. We have a match. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes here. Ethan, want to have some papers back? Ethan. So on the board here is the quiz, or I'm sorry, the test details here. What to expect. So you guys should be able to do the following. Give examples of qualitative versus quantitative variables. Give me an example of a qualitative.
Eye color. A name.
Great. Names, eye colors, perfect.
Chris on that.
Quantitative variable example. Age size. Perfect. All those things sounded good.
Chris is on that.
You should be able to describe the SOX for distribution from a visual, like a dot plot or something.
What do you mean? What is SOX?
Yeah, what does the letters SOCS stand for? Shape. Outliers.
Oh, yeah.
Center. Spread. So when you're listing these, what are the possible answers for shape? There's three possibilities. Round is not an answer. Symmetric. Skew left, skew right are your three options. If you have for your measures of center, to describe center, what options would you give? To describe a center. Median or mode or mean. When do you use which?
Yeah, means
or
for
skew. Okay. Now, did you listen to what David just said?
Yes.
Because if you give me the improper measure of center based on the shape, I'm gonna mark it down. Okay? For spread, what are the possible measures that we would give for spread? IQR is one. Standard deviation is one. Range would be the last one that you might give. When should you use IQR range? If it's skewed or has outliers. When should you use standard deviation? Symmetric with no outliers. Right? You're going to have to answer this SOX question more than once, so you want to make sure you're solid on being able to do that. You should be able to identify the mean, median, and mode based on a picture of the distribution. You did that in the notes on like the very first day, I think. Do you guys remember I drew the picture and we labeled where the mean, median, and mode would have been on the distribution curve? Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
So if it's a skewed distribution, where's the mode at? Let's say it's a skewed right distribution. Where should the mode be? It's at the highest point. The mode is at the highest point. Where should the median be?
It's like in the middle.
It should be in the direction of the skew, and the mean should be further in the direction of the skew. Okay? The mode is the highest point. The mean and the median should be in the direction of the skew, the mean more than the median. Because outliers affect means more than medians. Everybody's okay? Given a cumulative relative frequency graph, identify the measurement from a percentile, or given the percentile from the measure, or use the measurement to get a percentile. Which is what you did on quiz 1, right? They just passed back. Basically just tracing from the x up to the y, or from the y down to the x. Relatively easy. There's usually a little bit of wiggle room based on the quality of the graph, what the expectation is of how accurate your estimation should be. But you're not doing any computation, most likely, right? Short of like, oh, 25th percentile means like, 10 out of 40, so I'm going to go to measurement 10 or something. Should be able to find mid-interval values for a frequency chart. What do you have to remember to check? Not outliers. What did I trick a lot of you guys on the last quiz with?
That you're all in the same distance.
Yeah, that the intervals are the same width, right? Got to check that just to make sure that Mr. Kulik didn't try to pull a fast one on you. Use mid-interval values to find a mean. Some of us are still kind of making a mess of that. I promise you, you're going to see it again, like I promised you before, that you need to be able to do that. So you have a frequency chart with mid-interval values. Getting the mean out of that. You can use your calculator to do it, but you got to be able to do it correctly. Okay? We've done that problem like 3 times now. Everybody's okay? Try it today when you're doing your review. Make sure you got it. 5-number summary for a distribution. What's the easiest way to do that? Yeah. 1 variable stats in the calculator it goes. Spits them all out for you. Draw a box plot for the distribution. What are the lines on the rectangle? Q1, Q2, and Q3 from left to right. What are the whiskers? Unless they are the max or min or outliers, right? So the whisker is the smallest non-outlier on the left and the biggest non-outlier on the right. What do you use for an outlier? An asterisk or something. Perfect. Well done, El. Find the mean, median, and mode and standard deviation from a frequency chart. Can you do that? Should be able to, right? Just like on the quiz. Complete a frequency table for a distribution, just like you did on the quiz. Or it could have been like the two-way table that you did on quiz 1, right? Where you had to fill in the spots. I suppose that's what that could mean too. Make a histogram from a distribution. On the histogram, what are the things Mr. Gulick's going to be picky about? The bars have to touch, unless there's a gap where there's like 0 in that category. And your X and Y axis need to have labels, like 10 once, right? You'll need to find an IQR for distribution. What's the IQR formula? Q3 minus Q1. The 1.5 IQR for outliers. So some of us made a mistake on your activity or your quiz. I can't remember which. The lower outlier rule is Q1 minus 1.5 IQR, and it's Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. So some of us, I think, use the median for both. Q1 for the lower and subtract. Q3 for the upper and add. Explain whether mean and standard deviation or median and IQR or range would be the best to describe a distribution. How do you know? The shape or the presence of outliers, right? And then be able to describe the SOCs of a distribution from statistics. Everybody's okay? Again, with the SOCs, got to be careful that you're using the correct value or the correct statistic for center and spread based on the shape, right? And the outliers. What do you guys think? The formulas for mean, IQR, variance, and standard deviation will be given to you on the quiz or the test, just like they were on the quiz. Will be like the same formula sheet, presented the same way. My suggestion to you today is make sure you're like stone cold on the calculator pieces, right? That you know what to do on the calculator. More or less, this is pretty straightforward if you've paid attention and you can handle the calculator part. No surprises here. It's basically the same questions as your first two quizzes, recycled again. Everybody cool? Questions for me? Okay, I'm going to shut up so you guys can get to work. Do something today, though, like work on your review. Practice the calculator parts. Do something. Say goodbye to your clan. You can clash later. Okay? Today, let's be productive. Everybody good? All right. This is me shutting up.